vice president, or a former local government minister, former Eastern Regional Minister, what do I say? Former DC, Fantiakwa, Fantiakwa North, Nebum, Fantiakwa, yes, time, ne Fantiakwa. Or sounds a former national organizer. We are deputy minister, so positions in the doors, as a me to tum. Because a court parliament so and the committees are doing in our hand. It has a me fuck a woman, and never bombs this year. And take a serious number to 2 or 3 mono. Then get one day, Megasm and the can as a 2 pages. Time of a call. Honorable Aquaba. About Joe, you have a body. Yes, I shall be.
Medas na Michia, a phone with tea for you now. Ma say, Okisi and Tempieria, Kissy Pieria, nature say, as a more. Say, for the whole year, you know, this is the first time me call any station be a cocassa.
Wow.
It's a Jumano, communication, no, actually. A group of them, so you're training a mountain or a maba one. A Jumano, you need pa.
I see.
Until you drop a near set naturally, na a home. Na maybe or says Odyssia and Cocoa, Aqua Ejane, until maybe I could be na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the reset agenda, a course for fair, I will be a course. Na yenya challenges, a cocoa sector, na Daruma, or the me aquaco, tina drum set, when I mean her basson for or moshe, COCOBOD, the Jumanosono. Nanka way de, Neseka, Mijama, a year management, no, me sure say, not around there being in Crawford, no, or more etime. A church in a mum, and so me share no. I say aboso ba who and a major pie. Now I said, the bombardier and a so, me baname betchich mukakra. Nagana for a nya antiasia, na quafons in your montiasia. If the mere maker said, maybe you queenie.
Why is he?
Me queenie, and me ye queenie papa.
I see.
And yes, sir, Kuyake. I have been in farming for the past 30 years.
30 years?
Yes, so build me behind them. So I have I've operated poultry farm for 25 to 28 years.
Wow.
My year crop farms.
Wow.
And so me cocoa for
me
cocoa me mame a year juma cocoa services division and your cocoa a juma. Papa a year queeni or your manager of state farms.
Wow.
Inti so share queer juma and me answer maybe I will metro a western region maybe I me bomb me bread in a cocoa area.
I see.
Bunsu Tafo, Kukrantumi, amateur there was in post for about 5 years. And only a day now, never say, Menoko for a day in Samoso, and a mere Casanso, me a practical farmer, until no, so me Casa, me Casaso beer, or tear queerfuase.
Okay.
No, unim near queerful form. My boko my chipping.
I'm matching
my urabium and my and cran near a diary me pay. My cospray cuckoo, and my DDT, a ura mimuma, my arape. Until I understand what cocoa farmers go through. Until presidents at the Bias and Mayor Chairman.
Yeah.
I'm a first a unique opportunity. And my say, Yanso, a bit me a bois, ama cocoa, a juma, a fan into my papa.
Okay.
But challenges are a better, very formidable. Anka, or share sending yes, you manage na and yet externalities. I don't know a bedgy more. Nanka, or sha, yanam quanso.
Okay.
If you said, memo a little bit historical antecedent. I bet we ended the ya anka a fee back pa ya the Burmukra no cocoa production. MPP couldn't go beyond 500,000 tons in 2024. But in 2025, no.
Okay.
Yeah, call around 610,000.
I see.
And from the projections, anka 2025-26, you know, the expectation is that we may go just around 700,000 or something, which means anka who say gradually, no. cocoa no fan into perfect nearma air cosu until this recent development. I find it most unfortunate. I'm an abasa, but it is not our making. It is Alabama Mequania.
Yes.
Make us say cabinet every emergency meeting because my almost say situation about the cocoa board. Say a buy and fan one majimwa cocoa industry no ain't meaning an nice.
I see.
Identity for about 32 years. Now Ghana, why a fast way the toy cocoa near be syndicated loan.
Okay.
Nti afie bia beso na ya pet banks, more or less foreign banks, for cocoa near foreign commodity.
Okay.
A turn war international market. No more ba. Na omone ya bebom. Na omo raise a year loan. The year no ye beto cocoa.
Okay.
Nti yenyane saa na yetimi a forecast the cocoa production and the pricing no yetimi Asia na say yetimi a determine price a the beton ama for this as you take loan no at one tranche until yetimi determine say near the ne announce.
Okay.
Announce na say sika na syndicated loan no COCOBOD afasa syndicated loan no na yede ama local cocoa buyers no LBCs no.
Okay.
No makwa koto cocoa no moto a omo wonfaso a yede mo so mo na edwa no mudi nti omo koto cocoa na ne so omo so de omo de margins no e de atoso no omo de cocoa no abreye.
Okay.
Na COCOBOD cocoa CMC cocoa marketing company for no.
Yeah.
Omo ahwe e de aton cocoa no e de ama nti so hwe cocoa chain nankasa na yen system no ye wo womo a from cocoa research for I know quarter for an abon say omo cocoa research omo na hwehwe abefo ya no more developer no more timi ama yen hybrid cocoa is ya me no ka say no because of a lot of attention I pay to research into no cocoa research for me develop the latest hybrid cocoa and would be the 27 months and eso
27 months.
Nti na first nanka ye oba ko be friend akokra bedi nanka ye no 3 years.
3 years, okay.
Say no yetimi aye
27 months,
hybrid
2 years, 3 months. Na I started so. Okay.
Nti ni nyina ye adwuma research for no eye omo so modwuma no omo ye no eboa ama yare a etimi attack cocoa ema anonom ene moamo asese cocoa ni na etimi ama ye ho nimdi a ebetumi dey fight sa yare no ama nti omo wo ho ansa na was seed production unit omo so na omo hwe se ebetumi anya eye quality seeds as a quality seed na wodua ebetumi aboa ama wetumi ate cocoa no entem omo so ewo ho na afi ye wo chair the cocoa health extension division wo ye ho se ono mo ye adoptafo a wodua cocoa no omo sastra cocoa no
Okay.
Baby o se wo cocoa ne mpane baby o se di nrogu so baby o se yetimi twitwa enkrampan ne ade free ho ne ade gina se na ebe ya cocoa no betimi agina na timi aso sa divisions no ho so a omo ye adwuma onsa na omo ewia na se cocoa no etimi so na se yete a yesan quality control unit on quality control department omo so omo de se omo behwe se cocoa na yate no se na ebisi ahata no se na ebisi ferment ne ade nyina omo be cheche kwan papa so ma aye best practices and san ye wie ni nyina na eye cocoa marketing company for make how much
Yes.
omo ba beton cocoa no but this is how
Process
the
cocoa
processes
you know.
and now Ghana cocoa aye the premium the best quality cocoa with the whole world Ghana cocoa
Beans, you know.
until your beans na your ton no say your ton omo ma ye $400 no ye a premium into no omo ma nti ama ya maintain sa premium na bisisi say am no ka say unlike other countries awokwa With me cutting cocoa no crow, I can't bear 2-3 days and near cotton near the day. We have to go. Yeah, the back quality control quality near any papa and you through me and farm commission.
Wow.
Until now, better say be a neo be a safer a binchy.
Yeah.
No money are there, no cocoa no. I hear more. Yeah, said there no swam will be not on the. That is me, better me painty the whole picture now for to say this is what COCOBOD does and son finally no. Yet me aqua cotton cocoa no at them. President Mahama Baye no say adwuma ya ene akuafo ye no ye beboa mo fi say MPP Baye o mo ka say akuafo no fertilizer no ne ade ade ama mo no ye ma akuafo no entua sika kakra na ye mfa nto fertilizer ne ma no engu so President Mahama ye say ono de ofo say ye nya fertilizer ne free fa ma akuafo no se ne be ya obia betimi apply fertilizer na asase ne ye na se no buy no doso and betimi ti wo hwe aba we ba ya obomodin se na di kan no sa all the services American hospital na you providing it free for the farmers
mo sika bi anga ho mo goje
farmers sika
I see
you see a more free fertilizer free insecticides free spraying spray machines no kwa no abana nkasa na etodemo akuafo na me no kasa ye ba afi weni ayes hade ni nyina anti na obohu se who said there is a lot of improvement who production ecoso. And we are on course, say COCOBOD bet me deliver the mandate, and yet me sustain the cocoa industry. If you say yet here no Ebeka Ghana a cocoa and a cocoa so Ghana. And the cocoa continue to be the dominant economic backbone of the country for a very long time to come. And the Yenikun say Basuye. But nebeto yende say, SAS indicated loan na yajia from 30 something years, you know. In 2023-2024 and MPP no.
Okay.
It's say one manage country ni na haircut ni DDP ni ade no. The yentimi attract say banks be very interested say one bit me edisika ediaba na yede ato science if you say near MPP for AG during the 2023 no omo ntimi antua sika no ama a friend say omo ma syndicated loan no at the end of the day no Bank of Ghana intervene between about $70 million to support. Let me check my facts for years about it's about $70 million and now omode ebe support to send ebe ya one bit me cocoa industry no and collapse na ebetimi akoso enti se obi ma obesia na wantimi antua na in the final analysis no the government has to come in with a bailout. Now bailout no the Bank of Ghana they buy no kra no. Na senka the expectation is say COCOBOD ebitimi attend no motimi atua no motimi antua. Na yen abeto sa de na 70 million na sa be debt on our books. I no I was say yen the etua sa sika no. Enye yen e box aka no eto. So that started compounding the problem of COCOBOD. Afi COCOBOD ekoji sika say nti omo ye so mbe dan ade nani.
Okay.
Now instead of syndicated loan, one my buyers model, and I say if the buyer pay model. Nti no ma etokoko no. E na omo do sika e buy say ye de sika e bremo na mo de atokoko no e de amaye. Nti one e promise say one be provide and also be produce about 850,000 metric tons of cocoa. And omoji husika. Oh, a year 23-24.
23-24 crop season.
Crop season. Omoji sika. Say, on project say 800,000 metric tons. And on be committee 786,672 tons. At the contract, it was our 23-24 season. But if we are season, na COCOBOD Atimia produce only 432,145 tons. But what's the American? So one to me, and 500,000 out of the 800. And so no, Sikano Omaji.
Wakoji 800,000
Sika
tons.
to me,
At 800,000 tons.
A best supply, and almost and almost supply 431,145.
Almost supply 400.
432,000.
432,145.
Out of 800,000.
Wow.
Now a year projected output. 1 year some of the 786,670 and now almost committing to contract sales for the 2023-2024. Into here, now Portuguese have normally say there was a deviation of about 45%. And about someone as a trend analysis, who say normally no COCOBOD forecaster. Deviate from it no a year between 5% to 15%. Until 45% in outlier, say for a very long time they be NC. Until no a result in about a loss of $1 billion to COCOBOD farmers and other stakeholders as a result of that decision. Until Omantiantua Sasikano, aban assign amount 70 million bridge financing from the Ministry of Finance or Monfanko Yanoa, Omantian. Nothing, no, Ubi anywhere, why not say, Wakobobesia, one to me entia. Aban us answer absolutely amount 70 million, and also went to Yama buying there. And there's open loan. Say what is happening to Kukubi, I had this loan. Now, the challenge that we had was that as a result of the fact that Omantian delivers cocoa, 800, almost 800,000 metric tons. Yeah, a car, by 330,000 metric tons. Now, acquire a cadaho. And now, suppliers no so of Sika buy and where buyers. Satam no so of the Saskana buy. Now, cocoa no $2,600 per ton. $2,600 per ton.
World market.
World market. Okay. Inti sa buono. No mo de sika. Eti e bra o mantimi antua sa sika na nwie. Na o mo default ye no.
Yeah.
Ye buy na cocoa no rise to over 9,000.
From 2006
now rise to over 9,000.
9,000.
And now started say by the bid about 8,000 something.
Okay.
Yeah, enti Ebra ye fix it ye cocoa price. Now it was about 7,200.
Okay.
So 7,200 no. So also wo ton anka cocoa ye produce
when dollars
okay. Cocoa ye produce wo Ghana sa afe no. Anka sika beba mu no. Ebetumi aboa ama yetumi ade asovo akuafo ene we na but ankofo no say omo anso neto cocoa no. Enti omo sese mo amfa ni ayatua ka no amfa mrenya ya nto kokoo bi abio kokoo no so obi anto a wontimi nkono kokoo no emba mpesie eni na wontimi fa kokoo no so nko fufu na omo eto no so a na de om sika ba nto say tsade a wode ukoko abesi awoa na wagi sika na aka waba bio na wasa produce bi so produce na obeton dia sa 330,000
tons no
wo no waji hu sika di a wan fa ma ye no fa de bre o de bre so afa bre at 2,600 a etu sika ye de ma ho no
na akwakodu 7,200 no
yes
omso beton no 2,600
yeah just say omso beton no omo tua ye
da okay
during MPP time no omo tua 2,600
am ya be disika no
am we disika no and one produce and aba no se sa na te dan sa na ye beto foforo
yeah
fa ikoko ma ye enti ye no omo a negotiation na ka say cocoa ye produce the projected production for 24-25 no was about 650 between 600 and to 650.
Okay.
So unko oji mu 330,000
tons
aka hen ye beton me dey be atu akuafo no ka enti in pricing the cocoa for 24-25 no we have to factor
Kana.
Canada that one. Until I address a Senate, you ain't been 330,000 now. They say, me no, because about 220,000. What is that 220,000? A factor pricing of the cocoa no more. And no, instead, sank 7,200. No,
I quite 2006.
I quite 2006. They also they are no multiply. And some na kakra na aka no, what they are multiply the current world market price. No, now can you now bomba when your average, you know, and some what their price will cocoa.
Wow.
That is the situation.
Wow.
It is a metisa. You don't want people for you did money idea what issue. They have caused the problem that we find ourselves in.
Chairman, no, not just say, Okote $2,600, no crave free 7,200 more. Not just say we are losing about $4,600.
Yes.
$4,600.
For every ton. Bia.
You lose 4,600.
Yes. That was how much we were losing.
Wow.
That is 80 a balance. I know. Nothing. One to your car. Man to a hand neighbor because a big friend is bias. Woman no.
How many do you do
big and your friend now could invent a way and say, you can't pay me.
Okay.
And no, and come for. Then the other issue has to do with the exchange rate.
Okay.
Because and some na yeba abembono. Now exchange rate is about 17 to $1.
Yeah.
And na President Mahama adaroma. Obeto to Ghana sika sem na ma afi CD no ahoden e pagya against the dollar. In any economy no, when your local currency becomes very strong, export becomes unattractive. Because you find say 600,000 metric tons of crana COCOBOD produce here.
Yes.
At 17 per dollar. And how to multiply 17 by 600. Sikano, a basic baby. It will charm a farmers now.
Yeah.
But it's unsaid now what they a cost rentino. A bright denominative way now farmers no are getting about 5,000
and then 5,040 or
5,040
Ghana cedis no.
Ghana cedis no. Now the highest.
Okay.
I been see what cocoa history must say farmers ebeja 1 ton at over $5,000.
Okay.
They been see it. Unfortunately, because of the strength of the seed intino, so multiply so 5,000. Now they multiply seed now the time I ended now the CD was about 11.5. It was about 11.5. No, it's about 10.5.
Yeah, it was a 10.25.
10.25 to $1.
Yeah.
And what the seed no ever multiply near them farmers now. Then in CD term, no, what the farmer is getting is not as much as the farmer would have gotten if the dollar was at 17. And even though in terms of dollar term, no, now farmers now are getting the highest paid in terms of dollar, but because of the strength of the Ghana cedi, no, the farmer.
I see.
That is the
dollar and kamuti omo problem here.
Dollar then can problem and come both. I can say this is the highest dollar. Yeah, but that dollar no so no bar. I was saying now with me editor. And so that is how we came into this situation that we find ourselves in. Then we kept faith with the family. President Mahama can say, "Sunday TBA no, or no prejudice say obetua Ghana for Equia for obemon 70% of FOB price. It's a calculated at 7,200. No, now when you about your ma it was almost about 75% of the FOB price. Let's just say President Mahama and then this year buying a do Bosch so say on the mercury for 70% guarantee FOB price.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it is huge in terms of dollars. But all the background because of seed now near when you're eating.
That's what.
And no na inipa NTS, but we thought say you could take with because and they're gonna produce cocoa.
I know cry.
Until 1 October no more thereabout. Cote d'Ivoire for out of the blue, one be increase one more producer price. To increase producer price. Na just say it's on say the Ghana, you don't more Bosch, you don't want share border no. So Cote d'Ivoire price no cost. say Ghana dear na. Ahwa Ghana premium cocoa ya bre ye ho yetimi farmers na bre ho ya yetimi hata de ya ekuta high quality no. Obahwe no na ombe small girls cocoa no. E de akọ.
Ivory Coast.
Na a short change yen as a nation. Immediately no, there was a decision say we'll increase the farmer share no by another 400 Ghana cedis.
400 Ghana cedis. Okay, I take my graph we bet you. Alaska fa sa graph on the top screen is about conversation by be drew na honorable share because buy one sa graph no the green one and the yellow one no. Yeah, fat one na baby waka adu sa graph no. Eti fat one na afi share the green and the blue no. And only yeah. For not two on me because on a baby okay do one more. So 2025-26, you know, cocoa, my first in Tumuko 3,228 cedis.
Yeah.
Then a sanko 3,625 Ghana cedis. And at the same season, Asamba 2,587. And I'm saying, and the green one no, and a year more dear no.
It is also more. Let's just say,
yes.
A year first, and 3,000.
228 Ghana cedis.
Yes. Now you're moving to from the 3,100.
Yes.
Now if you're 3,100 now, na kufuado time with you now.
Yeah.
Now if you're dollar no, and that's time dollar the year.
Any CD no.
17 cedis per dollar.
Yeah.
Which one? Let's just say the farmers were getting something small in terms of dollar terms. But if you're 3,200 now the convert it into dollar terms. Let's just say among almost, I think it moved from about $4,100 to about $5,000, $3,600.
Okay.
About 5,040.
Okay. Eti ahano.
Eti ebra Cote d'Ivoire for a year a day almost about 400 and something.
Okay. 400 Ghana is better so. Okay. Eti
yenyina ama movement of cocoa anko.
Okay. Smuggling no.
Smuggling no etwam. Nti ubehwa me ye tobi LED COCOBOD ye call voter region oti ebe se call bono e call sehwini ade na e call ye no. Na fe omo complain say enipa na voter region complain say fe de cocoa no abusu wo voter region a omo nya nkrofo ento. Se ebo no se Cote d'Ivoire for board ya na Togo for board ya anka ye nya
busy grambunto
underneath. And you feel say the price was good.
Okay.
Then began the fact to say the world market price no. It started to say Ecofom. The Ecofom could do baby and nothing about 6,400. We have baby I could do 6,400.
No.
Not just say cocoa now. Yeah, you process your friend from the farm gate to the port. No, from farm gate to the port. No bono. And then there. Yeah, to man on the night pepe. E ba no sa na che se wo koton cocoa na. Enya de a obetumi anya bibia wo so mpo na wo de bi aba betu akuafo no ka. Then you ask yourself say wo ade na wo ye ni nyina wo kan nyina bom na de kodu port ho a ne bo no e ka wa bo ho a wo de kodu port ho no. Ene ne wo ton no nyina ba ye pa. Then how can you even pay the other things na with your salary, with your margins, with your when we now afi make a free fertilizer and the free insecticides and then they make you're part of the price build up no. The fertilizer now what they come farmers no free. No what insecticide now they come on free. No what to spray machines now they come spray machine cocoa so free. There was a thinking says I don't know about what do we do? Already no. Your process now, no one off. They are announce.
Okay.
Ya announce surprise no a cost roa. Farmers immediately they don't enjoy from immediate
rise
appreciation.
Appreciation.
And now a performance they don't lose significantly because the entire more from be to send as SCIM. And so there was a need, say, we say, why your first one? Yeah, a price cocoa and a funding model.
Okay.
Is it the right thing? Yes or no? That's last year who say if you do the same thing all the time, you get the same results. You the kind of yeah, the answer share one more to cocoa than now. Now what the one sako should be on now born a pump on my back. Yɛde nsa akɔhwɛ wɔn anum. Eti wɔn sika a wɔde aba a yɛde to cocoa no. Yɛdi kan no. Wɔn abɛnya 220,000 metric tons of cocoa for 24-25 no at 2,600.
Wow.
Cocoa born atra 7,000. Eti wɔn nya wɔn de no wie ya na ɔsɛ na manya ne ame pɛ kɛseɛ ɛwɔ mu a. Ada na wɔsɛ mekɔfo so sɛ me di sika kɛseɛ yɛ dɛ. Ɛkɔhyɛ na me ɛkɔtɔ. Saa na teɛ deɛ ɛde me slow down. But what na make I mean this is the reality to me slow down teɛ deɛ cocoa no yɛmfa sika ɛnkɔ bi ose ɛkɔtɔ. That is the reason ya ama cocoa no aka akuafo hɔ a bias no
ɛnkɔtɔ.
I feel say na yɛtɔ on the board nti ɔmo kɔtɔ. Nti we are faced with a very difficult situation. Should we leave the cocoa na ɛna hɔ a nkurɔfoɔ ɛtɔn cocoa no bi wɔ hɔ a wafa paafo ayɛ no bibia ayɛ no budget ne ade ɛna hɔ a yɛnya atɔfoɔ ntɔ anaasɛ yɛn take a decision na yɛnyɛ rational na yɛma yɛkuafoɔ nte aseɛ sɛ we don't control the external market.
Okay.
So say cocoa no atra ba bedu 4 as at large now ba bedu 4,200.
4,200.
4,200.
Adia ne nam 9,000.
Adia ne nam yeah price ne nam 7,000.
7,200 no.
I no na edit you am $5,040,000
dollars no.
So say aba bedu 4,200.
Wow.
Eti nya ye tua akuafo no. Edo so sen sika ye benya ye beton. No obia ni wa sebe akoto nso we.
Yeah.
Nso wo to no 3 cedis.
Yes.
Also wo koton obi tuma ma 150. Better than what me at 150. Na wasan akoye ebio.
Yeah.
Wasan akoto bio aba beton. Nti no na adu ba bia. I want to be very honest with the good people of this country. Any akuafo, any country say akuafo. In fact, me share ya board meeting na ye MPs ni bi kura say akuafo ne say cocoa na egu om honom no. Purchasing clerk bi ba na okasi o yisu say na mento a oye prepare say
obeton
na waye sika dey go bottom. Nti sa na tie dia. Ada na anya realistic. Young country akuafo ne say international price near 4,200. President Mahama and NDC for say ye be mamo. A friend say 70% of FOB.
Yes.
Now it is calculated on international market.
Okay.
It is baby there. Let us be honest and go and approach the farmers and say, baby cocoa no boako do. President say, me no, I will not deviate from me promise. Me dear mama say, me mamo
70% no.
But she say I could do 4,200 no.
Yeah.
Ma wevu me dear womb COCOBOD there near the near womb say, ye bema akuafo no. Aye 90% of FOB. 90% of the current FOB.
Instead of the 70 no.
Aka 10% per. It is a COCOBOD any haulage any new marketing na the aka 10%.
10%.
The president say, "Mama akuafo no
90%.
Based on the international
market
price." It shows how sensitive the government is because you see, it's a very difficult decision, but you need to hold the bull by the horn. Now, what if you actually akuafo? Until you free akuafo, you can producer price review committee that, and yeah, a bank one that transfer.
Oh, I see.
Akuafo representative. And a friend say market stakeholders, LBCs. And all the key stakeholders Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Trade, Trust. Now, some representative not class, near no much issue. I follow for say, in some way kind of a because a bayam will say, a baby sika, not the ababa to cocoa no monsem. Na ya diako, no much me a be a danom cocoa no, since send a cocoa no begua, ever cassis candy hunty, intimate. And that is why Cabinet met and took that decision. In taking that decision, Adia Bakwa, President Mahama, and the cabinet, and the two journalists said, young started say a best funding model.
Okay.
Now young funding a friend no deregulation of the price and farm room. Wouldn't we say every bit more? Nanka petroleum sector. Now you fix.
Okay.
Until be ma fix petrol price. Now when market price no cost
okay.
Now abaya bokati and ma to e be heavy debt better also a friend and with your koye to recovery levy.
Yeah.
Yeah, not careful. Cocoa sector no will go into the same situation. It is there. Suddenly, it's unsaid. Price market no any stable.
Yeah.
Then enough for continue. Other na young five Mranko parliament. Near Cossa. They fund the pricing model.
Okay.
Na young no deregulation. It is some no say a year be do 4,000 to
Two no.
Then you may for dear for fear. Na say a 6,000 or 7,000 viewer. It not call na no. Na ye fa the various variants now ever. The exchange rate and the international market price on the end. Near heading na say cocoa no do 7,000 or China. And was say you me a market for no in your fashion there and there. It is our price a year by year. It will be to the advantage of the farmer. Say anytime be cocoa price never frustrating. No, you be price review now. About reflecting the current reality, and it will go to the farmers.
I see.
The bonus now. Let's just say you have 4,000. It you said, is 2,500.
587 Ghana.
That's by next month, cocoa bono ecosro. That's a deregulation. Bonus be a baby.
What be
calculate here? And we are for no near to your idea, because you nim near what supply, and you nim what you because they say you war first a cocoa management system be a kweni be for you nim.
Oh, Samum.
Kweni be a wagon have you in nafu.
Wow.
You nim number of acreage our.
Oh.
You nim enti. Say you want traceability cry say cocoa no cry say unim now kwaye kana na bi o ho a cocoa na wo bag no no you bet me trace here near ho farmer cocoa ni free buy.
Wow.
If cocoa farm management system bi aba cocoa kwani bia ya carry wafo ya unimafo no the size
no.
The more production
no.
bibia ti sisi ya no obi ntimi koja ba bi say you to cocoa no so na bonus ba e be ko obi nchen data no ho ye dim ba bi a waton cocoa na free in baby was ebeka. It is a process where before say you could afford no enyina betimi agya tum na ye say you need control over the international market price. Now apart from say you this amra iko na cause pricing model no you use deregulation no so no I buy as part of cabinet recommendation they say cocoa you produce to be very honest me call Takrade Habo a year December.
Okay.
Just about 2 weeks to Christmas. A choir board meeting and I'm a call here. Kejebri Babia, you cocoa no, your dear goo a friend is a warehouses. Okay, warehouses I can see a cocoa igum and I'm so called port because here Babia, if you cocoa a dear goo ship mo.
I'm the alcohol.
Now the cocoa no call roa. Me free what me buy, mentimiana.
I didn't hear.
Because I asked myself. Free to take what Are we still exporting raw cocoa to the detriment of the country? And you done a cocoa, no? Yeah, adding value to it. Now, who processing cocoa, no? This is what we call WAMCO.
Yeah.
Now, call cocoa processing. They no yet cocoa no into cakes and also into powder. And no no the ultimately added about 1/3 of the price of the raw cocoa no come. We about 30% plus more. Yes. And also when they say, near the can say, who process cocoa no now create jobs. And the amount of enti nkofo benya dwuma ye. The value chain no, omo ye to wo robbers, omo ye to mo say, obia benya bi. Na let me the value at the cocoa no. Enti cabinet is a sanity there. And then from next year, about 50% of the cocoa that you produce will have yemfa value and come.
Beans, you know.
Yes, yemfa value and come. Sanity there. And then I say, yeah, COCOBOD and the various manufacturing companies.
Yes.
CPC and one of the major cocoa processing company. But there were other private sector people or how we now so at the value addition. Sanity idea. You know, Munkoshi immediately. Near mom who say this is what government wants to do. It can't be never first at the Boamwa. Bet me a build more capacity, more expand, more infrastructure. Now what me a produce add value to the cocoa. So never in the value addition, no, You bet me more jobs, and so there are more youth now. Omunya Juma Engano. Yet me creating intermediary market opportunities. And so I'm and that is one of the friends beautiful recommendations, and now finance minister. And also, the GD said the way to go is to add value to the cocoa we produce, because to aquabrane at the bottom at one corner. No more there could egu. And some ya said they convey so they said egu ship mu na ship no they are raw. Countries now enter a raw cocoa no. They are almost getting about 65% profit on the raw cocoa bean now. Ya de kwakobon no. Oh, why can't we do it ourselves here? Eti ebra could do say with this development I will see a dane ya ho. Na COCOBOD you help can be so a you bet me dey empower local manufacturers promotime aye kasa ni nyamu we are ade so a MPP for the agile here. Yes eye problem aye kan ho asem ya LBCs na one set it up for the past 8 years now. Yes. This come on say cocoa. Most of them collected the money and did not use the money for the purchase of the cocoa.
MPP time now.
Yes.
One more release come on say some van got cocoa beans in the family.
Sir, Sansika make once much will say a year friends among 800,000 tons no. Yeah, this can be my LBC. Okay. Someone among Fancotom rent someone to be on top of my scanners I could do. Until now, most of the LBCs which were established during the MPP time, no, they took these monies and they have not been. In fact, at the last board meeting, when Mamo Chirokoma was said, court. We are going to name and shame them. We are going to put their names into the dailies, and then Obia Sikakudi no Hobia or G went to me found to Coco. No, can't be a faso ever say, you can't, no. There are some of them, Menoka said, the legal team has told me that some of them have started paying and some of them are negotiating. Yes, for the payment of those monies. Some recoveries are being made. Those but you didn't more someone said court.
Maybe some LBCs no companies no. Companies are that na COCOBOD no mudi dwana say those companies they almost
within the 8 years.
8 years no MPP time no. And some companies no.
No say we obi a one NDC edidwa previously krana.
Yeah mau. Eti companies when companies MPP for na tey. Within that time no.
Most of them make so many now. Okay. Most of them. The details will come out. Eti you buy and that what I asked the management said, and the corresponding data, and time musika, it is when you see such people who are plunged into such difficulty and you find your home, now when your moral courage, at the about better I say, they are putting the blame on the NDC. Why do you put the blame on NDC? Meno can say they imported the friend said slashers and pruners to the tune of about 100 million Ghana cedis. As I didn't buy and it's not fit for purpose. Aquaphobia and go. And that one is also an issue that is an investigation. And very soon, all those who were involved in it to be brought to book. We are no free where jute sacks. Kotokua yede ekra binsi. Yere kostre yese NDC ba ye no. Jute sacks e wo ho no ebetime e de yanante for the next 3 to 4 years. I ain't told you sacks. Okay. But on the 20th of December, MPP for lose power.
2024.
24 lose power. You want transitional period no. Now Oma kokra juice sacks to the tune of $48 million. And Oma issue irrevocable letters of credit. And they acquire bankers so. I could use the free COCOBOD
account to my work. London, no.
That is how wicked and sensitive these people can be.
That's what
SARS now.
Yeah.
Ever last year about 6 years.
6 years. But now 3 years, you no. And I told about 2020 of December, no. Omako crash 6 years.
About $48 million. I bet take it between 4 to 6 years and send it to This is the rot. This is the extent to which these people have managed the cocoa.
Let's just 8 years, 9 years.
For the next 6 years there, COCOBOD.
and crassax.
Sax no so no one you careful la. Ebi or one na many obi because not in the lifespan no between 2 to 3 years no. And we pa na ho dey na why are they doing this?
Wow.
Meanwhile no na sax na one more make us or matter no.
Yeah.
Previously no.
Yeah.
A good pot one more mon clear. Ebi will continue.
They never lasted for 3 years.
And ebi or na good pot I clear.
Yan clear. But there's some craft
for
and some family guso.
This is the situation we find ourselves in. Eti atiefo ede yakuafo I wo Ghana. Say pa aban or yes sensitive to the plight of farmers. NDC aban. Per president ono yakuani. Who say president yakuani?
Yeah.
President Mama yakuani. He understands the plight of farmers. And NDC and Kwan Baya aban or better transfer on show insensitivity to farmers. No better to say. Or where in Yama Basa say na or the friend say cocoa industry no aquaculture baby. All the Obika say we should start the but we must tell the story as it is. I was very glad. I was excited when the president through cabinet ordered the Attorney General and Minister of Justice to conduct forensic audit into the activities of COCOBOD for the past 8 years. Me sure say Ofosu no more. And some bebre owa yentimi nyina ha na but at the appropriate time no me sure say and I want to admit say one of the challenges was that this story ought to have been told and told well all beforehand and sana about crisis here. I mean, I must admit because I have indicated on a number of occasions say as a communicator and somebody who understands farming, let's move to the farmers and tell the farmers this is the situation that we have. Yes, Tatibi, me can't say Bianca said me too, the CEO. Because CEO Abaha last year. And also call various stations but you see, then you needed a bigger platform.
Okay.
Beyond near CEO and then near mention the board for and in an attempt to do this and prepare prepare, you know, a number of activities then all of a sudden this market volatility in the world market, you know, you know, we believe say we started the engagement but we needed to have stepped up the engagement. We needed to have put most of these things out, and maybe our investigative agencies and others needed to be more proactive in dealing with people who have put us. But you see, crime has no expiry date. The call by His Excellency and the cabinet to the Attorney General to conduct this forensic audit will be heeded, and then one by work as fast as possible, you know, to bring these issues up so that those who ought to come and answer questions will be brought to answer the question, because there are so many questions to be answered. And I defer most of these things to the management, because as board I am not in charge of the day-to-day administration of the organization. But after the cabinet meeting and the subsequent press conference yesterday, I thought, say, we must escalate the communication a letter up. Now, board members near the end. I know, say, Minya Samsinahi is a board member. He understands the cocoa industry. Yeah. He's been doing a lot of advocacy. Recent or someone MP for Doma West. Yeah. He understands the cocoa industry. He has been a private sector participant in the cocoa industry. While you're purchasing clerk and Sana Oba DMP or the heart of cocoa industry, no more Doma, they understand it. Yura Alaji Gansa or Skumo Dobin Braka cocoa Hodum. The number of people that the president has appointed are almost several on the board. John Dumelo, Deputy Minister of Agri, is a member of the board. He's in the agri sector. He understands the situations that, you know, we want to assure the good people of this country, say, apart from the international volatility, economy kind of externalities, you have very little control over it. You know, near aka was see control no there. I think that we will be up to it and make sure say we put our shoulders to the way, work together, and then stabilize the cocoa industry, and then bring the smiles back on our farmers again. Let's say I'm Papa Mokia for there say short-term political gains there. Say bia enipa beba abe organizing crofobio fumu aka say obi ba no sorry no see o me twa me koko nagu me koto me koko am say for and money ade no. It will not solve the problem.
Okay.
You see, one of the things aha cocoa industry they say the cocoa tree is not a protected species. So when we say odumo wo fuma untimi twa.
Okay.
Wawa wo fuma untimi twa. Ofram wo fuma untimi twa. Se ewo fichire kura wo garden mu na enyi a wo pese wutwa na wo de epai lamba wo nim se untimi twa. Ese wo kɔ hifam wo kɔ forest department
Akwaji permission.
na akwaji permit na forest for be yo na mka say ya ma ho kwan say twa san wo twa. Cocoa na one of the most viable economic trees.
Yes.
Ghana abesi e neba bi ati no. The cocoa tree is not protected.
Okay.
Enti obia sorry a.
Ase
me anam de me cocoa.
Me to amaga.
Me kwa magaranti for ni yakwa kotwa cocoa ni e de egu. Cocoa no so a wo se wa wo de ano. Kan hu se seedling na odua ye no. Aban na de bre ofri.
Okay.
Fertilizer na de gu so no. Aban na de bre ofri.
Cocoa aba no mo to amaga for.
Dabi ya chamom.
Wow.
Ana ye nursery no so a ye tu nursery no ne de abram ne modua free na ye de enura begusu free amount
uya no asa to amaban
na ye wie ni nyina wo kura kokoro no wa ba wo hata no the quality control no so ya ma ye nkrofo so aba
extension officers no
ye quality control officers aba extension officers on na ba hwe kokoro no yare ne ade na
okay
na ye ni na wie na ye koton kokoro na discount abram enti wo kona se mi twa kokoro da gu a then there's no justification in it. But I'm running wha a chink of waso.
I boko du yana so ho ban.
The new bill co-parliament.
I see.
Among other things, the cocoa tree will now become a protected species. I won't even sorry kaka say cocoa afu no me amede ntimi kwa kotwa. Ukutwa there will be penalty for it. And the penalty is very huge.
I see.
And so that is what we want to do to protect the cocoa industry against Galamsey. The minister is likely to present this thing under certificate of emergency. Not their parliament, normal approval. Nothing will be new kwan say, sorry. In fact, and look at them run there, abano. Yeah, they run one of the things necessary. Opposite could be cocoa. Nidika na was said equal amount of cocoa na uchano. Uko duabi. The same sa aido baby mano. Asana
kwa mo we no.
Send the beya. Se utwa ba ho a, mo dua ba ho
for
sustainability of the cocoa industry. And this is one of the key Fred say provisions new bill
na the parliament no.
You ratifying at the
na just say me to ase ya send yetimi hu e social media say obi we ye twagu ye de ba ye twaku no mu twako konua ne gu ye de ba betu galam say no emra no ba sa act ne ehunu biem
afi unim another area purchasing of cocoa cocoa CPC cocoa
Gold 90.5 FM
purchasing company PBC produced by company PBC and this time na panyi bi a ohwe PBC no ye frɛ no ewura kodwo atakra a wanya no ba bi ko nya memfa ne kra ensie yie obedane PBC ani Emma PBC was running profitably what me say and for so kro munya o PBC no mu no ebi no de ko see Golden Beam Hotel ewo Kumasi Golden Beam Hotel what hotel there PBC for the mo ye na mfa so mo generate ye no
and nobody could see
and nobody be hotel no. As a strategic business unit bit me aboa PBC ran profitably cars their presence was felt everywhere. They were buying the cocoa. MPP by 8 years, PBC a good.
PBC
a good completely. See, no more say no. workers of PBC over almost 3 years in Jomka. Hey,
and some year juma
maybe a big jai na kakra
aka
about almost 3 years, by now almost about 2 years in Jom. Say me can go by 3 years in Jomka. I stand for correction, but
okay.
at least we say it can go by 3 years. And you're over there.
Yeah.
And then people they have collapsed PBC completely. Into new border, any new management. Abide by or don't abetum no by PBC is on its knees and they are struggling, to revive PBC. Said the buyer anka na ya company or the wide na koto kuku na kuku no kwa otoria fabre COCOBOD
Yeah.
na yentua oka na fa bimfaso 8 years they have collapsed the cocoa PBC completely. PBC is it's almost in comatose. I'm no say afina under this government to be here and as part of the cabinet decision. They say the government through the Ministry of Finance is going to revive PBC. Now PBC are playing a dominant role because your PBC more or less state agency. No more to now. Me sure say in fact really nan foreign companies and no more imagine say na ma to cocoa. And mind you, and Ghana they produce cocoa. Côte d'Ivoire produces cocoa. But Côte d'Ivoire is the largest producer of cocoa, as they say. But in terms of quality, Ghana is the premium, the world premium cocoa producer. Quality is the highest. I see, but Côte d'Ivoire, in terms of numbers, now we have
quantity,
quantity.
Produce more.
We have Nigeria, we have Cameroon, we have Ecuador, we have Argentina, we have other countries that produce cocoa. Marketing,
is a competition about
say unko Bloomberg na say price cocoa na enya Ghana for determine how much
yantono.
It's an international arena which we are operating in. It is a very difficult situation that we find ourselves in, but I want to say, sir, let us throw the cheap politics away.
Okay.
Let us tackle the roots of the. They say we are tackling the roots of the issue. First of all, we are, going to revamp the cocoa producing processing companies. We are reviving the produce buying companies, and again, we are ensuring, say, higher quantum of the cocoa. No, you be keeping on higher processing the value. Now, some now there is value addition. The farmers will benefit from it because it will be better than going to sell the cocoa raw. Now, they are bronia or no so at their cocoa. Near money we are now. Your sanko, they are quite I say gold board at their
yeah.
Now your tone gold and
raw gold.
Now, could Dubai. They are chains near the abba. And as you say, some fee. And then the dom adaroma. Oh my yes, say no. Unko Dubai and Koto. She say and Chekrano. That is the model that will happen. So that if we decide, and again, watch it. See, I just say, yeah, for cocoa no, and Quaman on here. Now, you better add the value. One more cocoa who here one. They will come back and establish the processing plant and add the value to it and send it back.
I see.
And by so doing, we'll get a lot of profit from it and create more jobs for our people.
And when you are drawing, I don't
think you power, but you are no more. And I believe that what this government has done is to face the reality. Look at the farmers in their face and say, when you draw a mama no more yaria kuku yaria ya bra kuku entimi enfant to my friend. This is the solution to it. Now it is a comprehensive approach to addressing the hydra-headed challenges that are facing the cocoa industry.
Okay.
And I have no doubt to say, under President Mahama reset agenda, with the likes of friends, Ampofo, and Nipa, the cocoa industry national, sure say we should be able to pull the chestnut out of the blazing fire.
Honorable, maybe some questions about community. Then they are shady. Now, FOB price now, more push your call 90%. No, I want to ask, say, a kobase ye tumu kosroa, say net danwa, 70% now. 90 number farmers, no. ebegyina hɔ anaasɛ ɛbɛdrop about 70% no.
The government consistently say your manifesto promise no is to pay
70%.
70%.
Okay.
Say 90% is say I want you back your phone.
I don't think mine 90 no.
I want you back your phone. And the bonus will come from.
Okay.
It's your bonus come from. So I can say we call you
70%. I have 2 times money.
It's 90%.
Okay.
Now your mark your phone will say. Ne wasanke ba aban COCOBOD ne order you hold na you sacrifice 20% of that. And you want to 70%
okay.
90%.
Okay.
It is a nyame ya adom na say improvement in bus system no more. We will consistently remain at the 70%
no.
FOB na say the
Cocoa Rose. Uya. Mo question ba ko bi na fi mama kuafo na bam. Cocoa Rose no. Enro minister chire mu say e ka no a eda COCOBOD no. Cocoa Rose could contribute over 26 billion. Na assemble ko kan me ho dwiri me say between 2014 to 2024, 26 billion no. Between 2018 to 2021, 4 years running no enko contribute over 21 billion. Honorable Cocoa Rose mo then na mo tena ho ma kasa na okay enye mo 10 no ade but ye ni Cocoa Rose nko mo kakra.
Yo, say ohwe Ghana cocoa abakosem.
Yes.
COCOBOD de the mandate pa ne say obehwe say cocoa from research to planting through agronomical practices na kosi say
yebeti cocoa no
na ya hata
na beans na become
ya sili na ya ton ne de sika no abrega na ne de bi nso akomo
and then call mandate no.
Call mandate.
Okay.
But during President Mills' time, and who say cocoa growing areas,
yes,
contribute so much to the economy of this country. But baby, obekono cocoa na aloko no kra no. Ensuo bi da hɔ a ensuo no bridge a Samson no nnua na ede aguso.
Okay.
It is a cast no cover kofa cocoa no mo de ba. Obo say edua na direct no fafa sei kan no so modu ebi okra ba na bridge na abu agu na cocoa na aka ni na aka soja intimemba into President Mills time no yes na tell there let's do some limited intervention.
Okay.
Now you say critical areas are you hear some improvement in the road sector yam pesika bintu na yam fan hwe na yam fa address those say na be ya movement of the cocoa no from the hinterlands farm ebetimi ayentem naba around that time no I remember 2001 and this lose election 2000 yet a reorganization committee
okay
na Dr. Beda Samoa eda no my main first account na me wish you happy 90th birthday last week.
Wow.
Na Dr. Beda Samoa day
90 years. Wow.
Now, okay, this year, the formation, the brain behind the formation of the NDC, PNDC metamorphosizing
20
NDC. Whatever that someone is the leading face. Or leaders are there.
I see.
And the party, Ababe party, Ababe the most dominant political party in the country. To see, until a wishing belated happy birthday. Na me kai say saa time ye gba pro na ye ko fa western region and na e free takwa dia na ko si takwa and e free takwa and e ko si bogoso e free bogoso and e ko akofa sankregua e free sankregua and e ko fa eye ehwa de ko si eye awaso
okay
ye ko fa bodi nom ne dwaboso mo iriam na unam ho a cocoa
unam cocoa mu
na ko ta ba ho kore ni ho
mfutru
nko a amuni ndam free takwa hodo ma besin ko si awaso nyina mfutru
ekwan bi sese yi
mfutru nko a na me kai assembly because Dr. Samoa last week na me ko wishing vice president her excellency esmami say me ko wish happy 90th birthday I mean fa eniema kakra ne ade nkomo no nti me ko na me kai na me say me politics mu ade ba ho a doc me de be kai o pa ye you free entry edeko na o car na ne car mu ne yete
Okay.
na nizam patrol na air condition no eseye na convoy na ye nam no mfuturu no ye so thick say car na edi wanim no oso de hazards no kra unhu na yete car mu na air condition asay na ye bi say ho say yem road grass no na yem minim futuru na say yan tena car no mu na ohwem ye na sanya ayi no eye so thick no and ye say that bi say mfuturu be koyi mu akun ye de
but trash
and the international I can tell you say sada no you do awaso me share Dr. Beda someone in penifo honorable Leo kan no ni pabia na ye te ne ka no mu uyi watade
yeah
uchi watade na nsu a efiri mba na nya se wow because there was no tar road into through the intervention of Professor Mills and this cocoa road concept and then for the first time in Quimby to say Sankregua eko enchi eko sa important one na start say obuhu say we also na dey na start say obuhu tar road for the first time until at least to that extent no dey say the intervention of the cocoa road was a major social intervention in the cocoa sector, but it was not taking the lion's share of the cocoa budget.
Okay.
But and then people know for 3 consecutive years there was no budget under PRCC, the producer price review committee. No one na etimi determine say cocoa na ye cotton ye dey say e better for cocoa road. For 3 years omanya location biya ma cocoa road.
For 3 years.
3 years na omanya location no. Cocoa board award contract to the tune of over 19 billion.
Omanye allocation biya for but ya award contract.
And
over 19 billion.
Contract no because I'm calling dollar denominated. Say the mom dollars. After na dollar cost the mom say na you bet you am in dollars. Now woman depend on what say the mom bet you are in dollars for 18 months and I say for 3 years for also you don't have budget for it.
Wow. Why your budget but one contract.
Into your buy assessment. Now cocoa rose nkwano you dey about 26 billion. I don't know what I'm quoting there, right?
Yeah, you're right.
About 26
billion, yeah.
Nayano, yeah, Ministry of Rules.
Yeah.
It's other than cocoa budget, cocoa road budget, no. More than the money that we even need to run the cocoa. Yeah. And that is where they have plunged us into. Our contract on left, right, and center. Now we need budget. How do you because budget they wouldn't say every agency you look at your budget provision.
As I know my contract.
Overrun krana be at 10%, 15% be overrun of the budget here. There more now what me experience be a say there was no budget allocation for 3 years. But those 3 years no it's about 19 billion. But say out of that from 2016 ABC 10 years no na sa period by 3-4 years no almost 20 something billion.
Yeah. 21 something billion.
As it can be anywhere the between. Sakari now ba beto yeso. Aya ba beto. Akwan no so bebre o ho manwie.
Almost as here.
Bebre ebi o ho mo shase, ebi o ho so kra obekodo. Uhu kwan no. Enti no ye ma ye team COCOBOD technical team and Ministry of Roads and Highways for trans say omonko ye visiting projects.
Okay.
Na yenye rationalization bi. Ni hu which ones are ebi wo ha mo aye ebi be 70% complete afo say ebi a uwie a ebetimi abo ebi ho so a na makoso mu a omo ye omo math e de ayigu so no ma anya ho hwebio enti kwan no kra assessing se nea na nka
TFS no
enti president mama ye sa na tie dia yentimi and transfer a chunk of that rules and from Ministry of Roads and Highways.
Okay.
It's yeah, not just a cab 5 point something billion, and then almost 5 billion.
Yeah.
And no baby liability. Nanka and the home Ministry of Roads and Highways. Now under the big push in the president Apiskebi.
I did actually
send a bay COCOBOD, your comu, Ebajuya Kakra. I mean, the place has really been mismanaged.
Wow.
And for me, Obi share me no catch him say. Chairman, we do 3 years. What done is some lie. What I don't even know about say brana. Because at least you pneumonia you call Gapuha. I'm a call board chairman me team board members and the director general namunum near the you 10 GPH round MPS near the during our time as the board chairman years I do.
Wow.
They expect to say you bet me up bana yababua near 10 the cocoa industry.
And they say you know track record.
Me pa yaba beto esi yenim no.
Yeah.
But you see Obama insum answer no ham. And yet we are determined say with the support of His Excellency the President, the Finance Minister, and the team of management led by Dr. Randiabi and then the lieutenants. Young board will continue to give them the necessary support and the necessary strategic direction. You bet me born no me push the cocoa industry forward. Until I see the cup as half full more than half empty.
Okay.
I'm very optimistic. So with the kind of measures abano ediagu akwemu no. Akuafo nya botre ye ho botre kakra. No mo hwe hawa. Ye no mo nyina beturn the situation around because enye ye nko a ene ebetimi aye mana yi.
Okay.
The focal point of President Mahama and administration is that the farmer should be the center of whatever policy that we put in. And that is why you face this situation, unprecedented. We can see 90% of the FOB
instead of 70, no.
Instead of 70, no. He's keeping faith with the farmers, and I believe, say, Osha, say COCOBOD. There are so many challenges, including the fact that as we speak now, COCOBOD have about 18,000 workers.
18,000 workers.
10,000 permanent workers. And about 8,000 temporary
casual workers for now.
Casual workers, about 18,000
workers in
the wage bill is very huge, and so as part of this restructuring, we have to look at how we can either deploy the available human resource to maximize the benefits out of the industry.
Okay.
Or I mean, it's all part of the vigorous restructuring. Buying the
COCOBOD operations we
also have to come and look within, and see the levels to see. But for now, cabinet decided say there's no need to rush in doing any retrenchment because we also need to think about the workers. Now you tell your boss and then you first one. Now workers don't prepare on margin say, but we need to make a lot of sacrifices in order to keep the cocoa industry running because you say adwuma ho et say tofi you tafre ho yankam ukamu a na esa ebi ni ho bio enti no kakra wo ho no you be say workers demand no money na ade na beto no dan na say kwan ba na be fa so a you betimi de ahihye basa ne mo we so
yes workers no benefit kra no condition of service kra boruku ya ni no the beans na ebremo no
enti ne ya kira say no whatever we are doing, the farmer must be at the center and ensure say the farmer gets its fair share of the cake that comes out of the cocoa industry.
Memone farmers na interactions this year. Until mobetimi afraba board chair Edema COCOBOD, Honorable Dr. Samuel Ofosu Ampofo, and now I'm a guest on the show. Baby adui cocoa for akuafo nyina mbram na mo consensus outdoor. Honorable Akasa uninterrupted. Issues outdoor confronting COCOBOD no BB so or how Cassia pa number 2 ye and Tiabeko Nafi yan pick a course from the hinterlands no
about 4.35 billion and cabinet director said yan transfer from the cocoa liabilities no and then from Minister of Roads and Highways
4.35 billion Ghana cedis.
4.35 billion
Ghana cedis. Okay. Majo, why you? Hello. Yes, sir. Otemega. Mama PSA. Yanko. Labi, oh, na, oh, free.
it's really a simple to Kirakola, Mama TC.
Asinfosu, yanko.
Now, what 2024, me and the municipal best rich farmer. If you ban cocoa, won't come up watch it at Damakuma so far. Now, what the Dika can say, no more doctor Abaso. For some of what boy do my power and come out there to Jay. A treasure, you were that and Kiapo and the Kuku or that to be Jayama. And any problem there, a black issue is that Yena NDC in Pennsylvania government communication board members of COCOBOD that will PR MPP for Anna a Suma propaganda NDC and not to go farmers. NDC are buying the Cocoa, NDC are buying the new Cocoa farmers. Here was COCOBOD in Pennsylvania. It's not a little to MPP. It's not to COCOBOD. Now what? One Kasa, my communication today. Farmers will say NDC are buying one to Cocoa to Ampofo. None to Cocoa to yes, board members and COCOBOD maybe CDM. We are soon to make. Not MPP for. Cocoa sector, no bad simple to affair. The dominating cocoa, bad like Kubla, what to cocoa, who are in Liao. Nakaton said, Campus in the majority, Campus in the so, no one yet hero, Common and Casa, Roman said, be a branch upon a way. You want the cocoa sector, but the cocoa dominant area. Now, Sabayan is the best now, fire to my person. Sabaya was Canadian MPP propaganda. I ran the other Muslim one say, and people are going to COCOBOD.
But I say, or Frefi Asinfosu, and or also so then in the Abanti, but caught near far the next caller. Na yashe. Okay, so fa na yanko. Numbers no. Asinfosu for the opening number on Befre. Accradian 0599922922 0302 The bacho Udin Baby of Frefi.
Oh, but I want to say,
Nyame adom me ho ye.
yo, David Agbalanyo Manjo.
David yanko.
Yo, but doctor, Danasi, papa, and Nedia. Ya penny akasama ye niaji. Me ye penny Ayoma, Utiriji, Ofri Baika, Oko Honma, Oko, Jumane ye or Honomo. But here the air, if you say, Asemuba, Mubra Bontina Mumbe catcher, say, because we two, Yeti Petrusua, Lori friends who Yetisu, and they say Tigo Swa, and your news. No more Baba catcher and say, oh, Yatisu, the tea price no so. And can only head the Peste. And before I have a press conference, answer no normal added to public domain to say, and this is for Sanyamano. No pen higher into my opening doctor. Send a Ocasa no Yenia Jipa, say, Debiano, Bibi Cosos Anodia, Mubra Bonti fast, no catch there, in United Betis, Mamo, let Miss Slow. Boachina only needing como hormone, Boachi a boy Juma pa, very good boy Juma, Sana a Hoto FM, and also boy Juma pa, Tani Boachine, Alaska, Mupe baby for Moto, and him the over to me a year. Yes, Samu, or mood defending a band way pa, intermediate, Sanipa 2 way pa from a Hoto and a red gold, a TV station. And no pen and America.
I know, and a Hoto TV. No, I don't know how to be uncle near radio. Me macho Udin Baby Kasafri. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, Udin Baby Kasafri. Yanko, radio na ote hono me pacho mavolo mnimra from kakra. What is it? Ne yankasa direct, Mr. Wa. Okay, Yanko. Hello. Dabi, I'm say okay. Oba fa ni jina so 10 Yanko. Over ni jina so na o connect. Nti Yanko enem. Me pacho wani.
Hello, Mr. Kwate.
Mr. Kote, o kasa frɛ.
Mr. Kwate, kasa fi so too.
Mr. Kote yetio.
Yo, me da se. Me chia honorable chairman Ampofo, me tin catch me chia no pa wa ya de. Kakra bo kan se sometimes NDC for another appointees. Never do a say or train now for a day. A son of Mudia appointee. FPP Debia Mika, only evil. It's like a expect to say, oh, but them no appointee, and then rot. Out, you know. Matter for 80. Because FPP now will give money. No, I'm not getting no. Why is possible? No, or not getting no. The other, I have a show. Tell the market in the mess. Because these people are not people. You don't want to go. Say they are here, the grass will be really. You know, FPP, you can't say you're penny for. That's how they see FPP. FPP, they are evil. Don't play with them. Don't joke with them. Maybe speak the party. Maybe FPP, they are there for because they are evil. But you're penny for sometimes, you know. All of us say, oh, FPP, are there for FPP, they know what. Open me, the way FPP bad, but what they do to our leaders, you know. Yeah, but they don't do that. Sometimes we the graduate a Shishakuma. And they will mess up with COCOBOD. They are turn around accusing we rather, yeah, but I have some mess, you know. So don't joke with these people. Deal with them.
But that's a pa. Yeah, I'm picking an escola. Me ba told you where you're free. Hello. Okasafi, asynchro benso. Asinfo line no. Ye be sre mo be frɛ no ya mamuntie mo ho. O sign tie se men kasa na radio ni kasa nkyerɛ ansa na wa ye dia. Mo aye enti yesre mo a. Me ba jo wan ye.
Kebachi,
Yes sir.
Lord Gaddafi you.
Gaddafi yanko.
Ni chaona bopa na Kebachi waboduma papa miti. Ku program dia yenyo tena uboduma nu enti sese anu yempeni fonu MPP fonu omunye ni papa ya ni omutia omamu. Omunye ko anti every setabia yadi obi akotunu ukole the problem wo a. Daba tane yenye enti asese a problem. To be more parliament omu useless. Omu useless. Omu using less into young person that says Muka because to 8 years. Must say a man poto now be bano session yamana. Namuda still omu disabon in Wasumu. It's a chama becanu, former chama becanu, Wakasapa, only they believe in any time. The chela sema will say yes. Oh, I'm fine, now. TV station.
Ate yanko yanim na yenhwe kuafo no mramumbo na omo asenfo no mai omo kita omo numbers no so o anaso ha no ma akra phone be hijack me ba jo wan ye.
Hello.
Yes sir boss, good afternoon sir.
Good afternoon.
Udin ba bi okase free
Macho me kasafi akra be me tiama saman. Me chia Edem MP me chia munyina.
your friend saying
Me pam sa koko asemu we.
your friend saying
Ma twa me de
Sami yanko
sa koko asemu we. Me no kasa isisi ano koko siwo ye me papa no nyina koko ekuafo e koko gwo sisi a me no kasi. Ka me nua baba ko ya sisi a ye piska kra na hospital yi nyama sisi kra even samis kunhunto first the SM was what we call no kra na sisi obo ame enti mesre mo ho no womo MPP for no ma yo mo se om ko hu nsuo na no ma sa ba na afo e be bisa se hwan na ko hu nsuo no we besre ye papa rende abi okọ center ho no na ho nye no na wo san ko ba out ntem oba out ntem omo mane ma che dodo ohun se wo ma ekose ade no ma na say press conference kuti aba we enti e besre mo say MPP for omo nya de papa maga oman we na MPP for akasa ade papa be no ma ye oman we mu enti e besre mo bibi am fambe out ntem se say o koko price si ho am nya ba ya se say me de no ko hospital scan keke 4500 o ya liver any kidney. Ese ma ya ma bre mintumi ye hwibio minister no bi kokko ni so ntimi nton no manyeska kohwem ni aba no enti na me ne evi SM cry din kombo so betuma boa me cry ma tumanya ma ka ni be ma me sister ma me si ma ye sa max we ma ya de tantan we ato ma sa abegina aba no kon so nye den ya de modi 8 years asay no mo be so de dako e na esisi nti e mesrem bibini a mumma communication yin emra out ntem.
That's it. I think say watch your cry addresses our issue is or my best say and then maybe what more amantem the suggestions no more so that omonum na ebu o man no. Me ba chon ade.
Hello.
Hello, Mbacho Dinu Babia Kasa Free.
Hello.
Hello, Mbacho Dinu Babia Kasa Free.
Hello.
Hello, Mbacho Temenka.
Hello.
Hello, Temenka. Abi Emson Temenka. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, me nwa be ma na want to send every.
Nyame adom eben yenko.
Ma me mbo chairman ba so wakasa pa na ye nyina no ye de ye hu agimu a ye ko radio to radio e den kan sempa na akire ba se ne ye nyina ye kan chairman be pa o che me bi sa no we the callers in the community we are ever ready because nyama pa ye aban ne ye no ye pese efita be bia oh eno na asa manfo bi edi doctor Randy hu eyaw because o delay too much because the osno aboa no e diabolic hwe boni omo di Ghana eti cocoa sector to the sense audio crap am nwa boachi wabo e na to the sense Joseph Boy edu ankasa kan say sa 2 point something billion cedis some more sa kana the cocoa sector will collapse na the need to modini would disem na yes ankrofo we from 2014 up to 2024 Cocoa Road car ya boy 26 billion. Now from just 3 years, 2018 to just 2021, and open 21 billion. Let's say, chairman, let's say, senior or Montania forensic audit, me criminal whatever. And then, we shouldn't joke with these people. And then, if you go and then, sometime all your Juma or my answer. Now, if you could be, and the question, it can boast of what houses in Lagos. So what I say? No, on not what now Facebook, no, or trust, or no papa be kase, and yenye sikakwa koto COCOBOD. Meanwhile, in generated fund, and actually I talk said, I'm the workers of what? COCOBOD. Intimate chairman. Sa MPP, traditional mun diagro. Omi apam sefo, omo be Ghana, omo se Ghana. Yena ye ba, cocoa kwa 14 years. You say ye ba ye, 14 months. Transcend this, mama cocoa farming. Which says that we have the country at heart. If you hear the union in terms, no more markets of woman. Yeah, we saw 90 something percent. Tayama, cocoa, FOB, almost come to me to ask. I've got 12,000 crap. I hear no more. I'm the mark cocoa farming. Chairman, a young mama, Jenny Branton, may you defend the it's not defending all angles.
That's it. If I join you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Udinu Babia Kasa Free.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Can come here because people.
Can come yenko.
Ya da ba finance ne san power ba ti tiri ma yiti ne ba sre sama fa mo ne si for man chuo mo mu di skani na ma ne mu hu de mu ye hu fio ko fo ya mo ti abo sama ko tre o ma se tiri aha Ghana fo ye ko 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 ye brepa nye yi wa over mu mo de na mu fa mo na si ko no mo mu di skani na mu chuo mo na Ghana fo hu se no ko se mo be ko ti akata se ye sa mo ba hu ni si no ma se be bi sa mo se ye fa ni si na ho.
Okay, yeah, that's it. You better pick it 2 calls so I can't hona fee. Honorable bit be responding to some of the near money be amount raise you we are na ya wrap it up na fee the Juma didn't abana we yeah. Me ba jo wan dey.
Hello, watching. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Omega.
Yeah, watching program no kasi dem wo wow mame progress soya nimpeto so aguna issue.
I see.
Obi aye friend no aguna pitmai.
Oh, okay.
Na once ye kuku for na me boy no na amanfo bi ofuta nanso yamencha de ona bubuti wa o kasa amanfo eye den etie no nipi na akoma to mo yem. Na de omo kan say aya nchechiri no emrentem nesi so onabo ejrese nkofo bi edwiri mu nyoma nti se nkofo bi edwiri mu nyoma omuma asotwe enko omo so nti se asotwe ko omo so na nchechiri bentama na omo nso ato omo ase nti medi radio no to wono aguna titimafo omo ato omo ase pa ewo aguna east yɛ maame pukua so yɛ ne mpasoa so nti yɛbɛkyerɛ sɛ nkyɛkyerɛmu no ayɛ mmerɛ ntɛm na amanfo nto ɔmo ho ase ɔnabɔ so wabɔ adwuma wakyɛkyɛm ma atɔ obiara so Boache medase.
Mr. Medase, show we besan repeat. Yes, you besan repeat. Set you put in there. Me ba chon wani.
Me ba cho good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Honorable K Boache ba kupe.
Right.
Honorable, nyame nchira opa ene dwuma so aye. Ene odi e papa so aba ehonum a wa be kyerɛkyerɛ nyama mu. Dr. Chama Ofosu Ampofo, nyame nchira no na onka no. Na ombo no ban. Onim we say na nka yese honorable Randy Abi. Ye didn't ko share office ope or ye COCOBOD CEO pe. Na nka yese oba bonti. Because MPP for mabo amana abropa o. Fertilizer COCOBOD yese edima ekuafo under MPP time. She be fertilizer ekodi ye. So a road contractor omo say anka omo ntimi nye pass CEO na oye COCOBOD CEO no ye bisa say Coco road dudo say na omo ntimi ye enti ono bo rade abe eba abonti ebe kan sa nyama we chechire nyama mu e di kire Ghana fo a enka ene sa micro minority we enya no ekoye press conference enkasa because omo kase omo ni kase bia omo be kan bi mo so sa asem we mu mo akata mo boka e di ato e na Ghana fo ato aba e di atia mo enti e be sere ono abodo ta chama fo so Ampofo mo tutu nyama ye na ekuafo no minim se ekuafo no kokofo no e da Dr. Chama fo so Ampofo akuma so pa omunye na de sefata se ye be ya mo no omunye fa mo because MPP party enye party a e se Ghana ni bi e sa koto aba mo ta ba pa obi mu ndase.
Thank you, Mr. Medase. Me ba chon wani. Me ba chon wani. Hello. Yes, sir. Yeah, me tonka. Udin design. Kwame Yanko.
But was here, Papa. Many Edicano within Chemba, the national executive. Let me tell you, John Dramani Mahama, on the vice. You come on, Mijano, Pukajman. You have a product of some of us or two on St. Papa. Lunia, Coco wants some Yakan. My Eddie Kamiyama, the fat MPP party like a cell honor. The next part of the group. It is only young at the Akasa or Manua, if we Yagasa, yes, Yabaye. But the ancient telephone said, Science is here, we concentrate on the with command come. Not any Kafan Cassie. Anyway, as I say, the next Pafana, no Kafana, maybe asking. And in a Mobana MPP Abana Togo, and my office over in the Yaba. You know, I can't catch Dana for you, and I said. And conforming the Coco at the authorities for my Ghana. What he enters her. I see on the Nekufado on another by the Coco Craft. And then you can't want some to 24 in the Ghana for the trouble. But in the other, I have to be a good year and I walk over some for red market. And your best friend, John Gamani Hama, at the moment. Maybe the Angasa. To you, Mamako Yama, Ghana Coco Craft. Now, a Craft is Yano. Only I did the Craft, and only I did them. It's a Ghana Ghana come to them. John Gamani Mama named this about Hodia. Ghana Craft, Mohotomo, Asatom, the water with the middle, and nearly.
But I say, watch it. Omaragaza.
Yeah, I'm saying no kind now, man, no more. I'm saying no, I have foot no more.
Yeah,
and I'm a dick. I can't say. Yeah, bantam better shiny mumbi say ya. Me sure say. We must see a chill with dear, but I'm say platform no have been bigger than this. Now you go so young and yama say and cap time yeah this new bill no co parliament no. nanke atimi churches and money I major press conference and a sudden drop of cocoa prices no by intino. Me gidi say the chief executive here, Dr. Randy Abdi and penny for. They've been working around the clock. It's not been easy. You cry your board for your day-to-day administration. I thought it'd be a board meeting. It meets us here because you're not doing one.
I imagine.
Name point.
Wow.
Because cocoa has some no so quite no fear no pa. And who tipayano. Sup baby and so sometimes we spend sleepless nights.
Wow.
Just my boy and pay for no more year so say they are all working. We have very experienced people. I know more year two of the deputy friends and chief executives no several years, decades. I will honor area Dr. Randy Abdi no and chair, but when we listen to him, we say he's on top of issues.
Yeah.
I would to me say adwuma no otiase.
Yeah.
Near be a beba beyond our control. No, sometimes it's very difficult, but sabi ne okozu no ono no working. Inti never can say going forward no. Timing of the communication, the strategy no adebia yedi hu nkomo.
Okay.
Say a lot of reforms within the COCOBOD communication setup nankasa. We are looking at it. Na yet me and restructure no. Niam no be ho enye nyina na be ka no abonten.
Okay.
But I say abobi kawa. Be the can also front more but na if you want to
yeah.
There are certain things that we have identified and I believe that it's a wake up call for all of us to sit down and bring the necessary reforms. Minimum say me no can if AFDB facility.
Okay,
MPP 4 time Momokoji ya na about $350 million. Now also rehabilitated about 156,400 acres of farms. Omode echo swollen shoot disease affected farms. Sasikana $350 million now. MPP for no Koji. I'm on the 156,400 hectares. At the end of the day, no to me only 40,000.
40,000.
Scanasa.
Scanasa,
actually, they spent a further 700 million Ghana cedis
on the same exercise.
That exercise has only produced just about 40,000 hectares of cocoa rehabilitated cocoa farms.
Out of
156,400. Liabilities are dying as well. 24-25, we paid about 32.52 million November 2025 year. We are expected to pay an additional 31.34 million by November 2026. When that's only 40,000 hectares per year.
By Scanasa.
And then people know Scanasa during their time and almost pay
700 million
COCOBOD money.
That's kind of must start here.
Because you see, the problem is that if you go and take multilateral loan near the end of time, it goes against the country.
I see.
Now, your debts, your friend is now you follow baby a because Ghana is dead distress because COCOBOD for you do so also compare. Near you understand, Casadi, we say very rehabilitate 156,000 cocoa farms. Say, I understand now do your cocoa for fraud now by 3 years. In fact, the information is that even some of them are here and started elsewhere. But if they were able to do all these things and time repayment, they do no. I would know. Na cocoa no can start say what is for.
It just increase your tonnage,
Can increase your tonnage by far, but a lot of the farms now to try cocoa no good and they couldn't even rehabilitate it after now. So these are the major challenges. I thought be a also because maybe but I want to assure the good people of this country say COCOBOD is in capable hands. And all what we need is the support of everybody now understanding of everybody. Politics in there, they can jump on the rooftops and do the politics. At the end of the day, you ask yourself, say, one kasankasa about big Johnson in Kutu Kuku, for 330,000 tons now went to Yano. I want him from. Also, the Brian Nasa to Yamoka and can Sasika way, could have priced it against the then current 7,000. I'm a cabadi say you trio for Krama bonus crank, it should be the amount. It's well, I believe that crime has no expiry date. And whatever infractions be and what why I did capture papers your documents are support.
Oh, I see.
I believe say the appropriate agencies will handle this matter, and people will be called to answer for how they manage the scarce resources of the state. And approach COCOBOD to where we are now.
Chief Executive, minority say Yampamono Juno so as board chair.
Well, I think he's doing well. Based on Nyama Ebeto and the challenge and the rot that we met in COCOBOD, by and large, a lot of things have been done.
Okay.
A lot of reforms have been done. New management at the 1 year.
Okay.
Young board around May, June.
Okay.
You did 6 months.
Okay.
Or 7 months or thereabout. We did say we are working together.
Okay.
And there is no cause for alarm. I think that the minority, but we are doing say very, very soon a lot of them who perpetrated this crime against the nation will be called to come and answer. And he didn't the umbrella, but they didn't know what ought to be done will be done. Because Mijidi said, the state resources, you need to be diligent in the way you handle it to benefit the ordinary people. And I have all the confidence in the management.
Okay.
We'll give them the necessary support. We'll work together. We'll turn the corner, and COCOBOD will not be the same as we came to meet it. And Sana, we'll leave COCOBOD in a better shape than we came and met it. But it will require a concerted effort. Everybody must put their shoulders to the wheel. We more there. The Americans say, "Obi obey, osi akwan bia, opesa o haye bia no." Betwa every kwan na yet me abi kwan na yaye. And it's a warning to internal saboteurs. No more of us say, "Kamunkwa." Nanka, you see, when you are in the industry,
yes,
now for say and say account be. And at the end of the day, what everybody ought to do as much as possible is to depoliticize these issues.
Okay.
Is to face the reality, not fix the situation. And I believe that we have the men and women who are capable of fixing these challenges that COCOBOD is facing. Most of them have been in COCOBOD. They've run the organization efficiently for all these years. This last 8 years is what has plummeted us into the situation that we find ourselves in. Into all things being equal, we sure say, share Omampanibo say, you were doing the share and son. You didn't see ever coso, Eddie is a man.
Okay.
Now, yet me, I anticipate a communication. On Monday, the board will be having an emergency meeting.
Monday,
yeah, say, just.
Wow.
Now, reforms now, President announced on Yahweh. We will also move out and go into the field.
Okay.
Okay. In the various parts of the country.
Okay.
Whatever decision that we are taking is to heal the cocoa industry.
Okay.
And is to ensure, say, once and for all, you remember cocoa and Yajina cocoa. Because cocoa is Ghana and Ghana is cocoa. And we cannot afford to allow the cocoa industry to slip into the abyss.
Jama Judy, the oil port to track record no. Thank you so much. That's it. Say Obrena Obaye, or your board chairman, Ghana Cocoa Board. Honorable Samuel Ofosu Ampofo, I don't know, Bidini Boache, DJ Kofi Etwaso, Nyamea Domoa, Monday,